It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching Caden Ellis, owner of 64 tackles coming into this game. It's the Falcons and the Giants, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, partner. A couple of teams that feel like they have all the pieces. Just came up short last year. They were so excited to get 2024 going and try to make another run to get into the postseason.
Yeah, and both these teams absolutely fall into that category. And just last year, going into the season, Mike, not only did they have playoff expectations, but in a lot of ways, they had Super Bowl aspirations.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go here in Atlanta. Ray McLeod on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Falcons, led out by their quarterback, Kirk Cousins. One of the big moves in the offseason, Atlanta acquiring Cousins in free agency. He had 6 years in Washington, the last 6 in Minnesota, and now he begins his run this season with the Falcons.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still...
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to him, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled in.
Oh, and they're going to get him again. 2 plays, 2 sacks by the defense.
His offensive play caller, he's got to help out his offensive line right now. Some screens, some quick games, some run game. They've got to slow down this pass rush because so far here early, they have had no answers for it.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Giants, led out by their quarterback, Daniel Jones. Here he is. It's year 6 in the NFL. He was the 6th overall pick back in 2019 out of Duke, and Jones still at the helm for the Giants.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. Andrew Thomas, guilty there. From the gun, it's a give to Singletary. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jones. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Jones. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Slayton is the man in motion. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Singletary. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Jones. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Singletary. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. A dive, and he's in. Devin Singletary. Touchdown, Giants. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So, 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. McLeod now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. And that'll be a pickup of 3. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. One of the Giants has it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And you talk about the perfect first quarter. The offense has been doing their job. Now the defense joins the scoring party. Both sides of the ball contributing to the scoreboard.
Yeah, and this is what every coach dreams about, Mike, the opportunity to play complementary football. The offense comes out, they do their part. Now the defense is getting to the scoring mix. When both sides can complement one another and contribute and impact the game to this level, man, that is a recipe for success.
Makes the score Giants 14, Falcons nothing.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths. He'll get this out to the left flat. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Cousins. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, and he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Giants offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Jones now on 1st down. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And a good, hard run. He would not be denied. Surging forward to pick up 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Cousins gonna throw. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And that's gonna be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
That's good for a Falcons 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Cousins. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Cousins now. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the 1st quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the 2nd?
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Cousins. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a 1st down.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
On the give, it's Robinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Giants.
Cousins. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Now, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. They'll give it to Singletary to begin this drive. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Jones keeping this one. And some good running there. That's a 1st down up to the 43.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
At their 48-yard line.
In motion, it's Robinson. Working from the gun, it's Jones. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now a screen going to be set up for Singletary. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. Throwing, Jones. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Back to throw is Jones. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect, and that's how this 1st quarter will come to an end. So after one, It's the Giants leading this one early. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Here's Jamie Gillen on now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. McLeod to return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end going right. That's going to be dropped underneath for Robinson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 26-yard line.
Throwing is Cousins. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks, and at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Into space at the 45. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. Here's Cousins. He gets this one complete to Hodge. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete. It's the former Cardinal Rondale Moore. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Play action now. It's Cousins. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Jones.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page. I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 1st down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
The Giants sending out their punter as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He'll get this to the former Bear, Darnell Mooney. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Still 3rd down.
The penalty helps a bit, but it's still 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The Giants offense ready for this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. On play action, it's Jones. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Up the middle, here's Singletary. He'll get this ahead for about 3. J.D. Bertrand able to bring him down. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jones. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They go play action with Cousins. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Cousins gonna throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Giants offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Singletary now on 1st and 10. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. DeAndre Alford in on the stop. They'll run once more with Singletary. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. David Onyemata in on the tackle. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Jones. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Singletary. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Jones looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Jones going to hang on to it here. And he's going to have the Giants' 1st down, it would appear. Yes, he does, by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
To throw, it's Jones. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
And it brings up
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Here's Jones. That is caught, and they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward, he's in. Tyrone Tracy, touchdown, New York. Gano on to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Giants extend it to a 21-6 advantage. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. McLeod now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They'll run it here with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. 3rd and long. Another run here for Robinson. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Jones. Open man is Robinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Jones. That is caught. It's Robinson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Giants.
Now Jones. This one is caught by Robinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Again, they'll throw with Jones. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Giants.
Jones to the air again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Again, it's Jones. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Giants are out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And as you see, They were winners back on Thursday night. Joe Burrow, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Jones gonna hand this to Tracy. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. Brings up second down.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Throwing, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Here's Jones to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Giants sending out their punter. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Cousins. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll bring up second down. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Now, after that last snap, we have an injured player. It's Bijan Robinson, who's in some pain down there. A tough spot here. Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. The Falcons getting their punter out there, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll run with Tracy, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Jones. He'll tuck it and take off.
Daniel Jones on the scramble. He was brought down.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Jones. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw is Jones. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Deontay Banks on the coverage.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That is caught! And they are not gonna catch up to him. He will score! 91 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can. And when you connect, it is a thing of beauty. And in this case, it results in a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. He keeps it himself.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Shotgun now for Jones. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he will go all the way. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Falcons 13.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Cousins now. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
To throw is Cousins. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. The Falcons send their punting unit out as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. To throw is Jones. Oh, high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. They'll get 19 out of that play. 1st down, Giants.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he's going to have the 1st down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive linemen had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. They'll start on the ground with Algier. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
We'll go again here with Algier. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now, Cousins. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. On 1st and 10, here's Jones. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. To throw, it's Jones. He's got his man, that's Slayton. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Here's Jones. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. On the zone read, a give to Tracy. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. J.D. Bertrand able to bring him down.
Still 1st down.
Now, Jones. In trouble, and down he goes.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Now, Jones. Now, a screen set up for Tracy.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
He'll try to run for it. After that play, it stopped, an injured Giant on the field. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A run here with Tracy on 2nd down. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A big-time play out of the G-men. And even 30 yards.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of short tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
On play action, it's Jones. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks, so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. In motion, it's Robinson. On third down, they'll run with Tracy. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain, and fourth down's coming up.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
A 41-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Cousins to throw. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. A carry here for Tracy. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. He's got his man complete to Johnson.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Throwing, Jones. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, like, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
That's gonna be caught. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
And a great job here by the defense, being strong up inside, forcing the ball carrier to have to bounce this out towards the sideline, and he can't get the corner, and they come up with a huge fourth down stop.
The Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Throwing now, Cousins. Here's a screen taken in by Algier. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
At the 18-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here's a third down and 4.
On the coverage.
Play action now. It's Cousins. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Second down and 3. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll come up to third and 3. Here's Jones to throw. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this first and 10. On first down, they'll start out with Algier. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards. This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
On third down, here's a run by Algier. And a great run after being backed up. He's up to the 25-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Set to go now on first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That's complete to McLeod. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
12 more yards. That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A first down throw for Cousins. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Cousins now on second down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Jones gonna hand this to Tracy. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On the ground, here's Tracy. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 3rd and a yard. We'll try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 3rd down, 3 to go. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up 4th down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. Cousins now to throw on first down. And that'll be batted down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Cousins out of the gun on third down. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Cousins now. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
It's a turnover on down.
The Giants offense ready to get back at it. And they look to finish it off here in the fourth. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So a road win here for the Giants. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.